Hi everyone and welcome back. Today we are making something fabulous. A typical fall winter dessert, but with a little bit of extra sweetness. It's so good, so good. So let's go ahead and jump right in and get to making our caramel apple crisp. Okay, go ahead and get your oven set at 350 and then either grease or spray a 9x13 pan. I'm going to spray just so we don't get any sticking. You don't need a lot. Then we're going to work here on the filling. This is 6 apples cored and sliced and peeled. 4 of them were pretty large. 2 of them were not. So, you know, it just depends on your size of apples, how many you're going to need. And you can really use anything. This is a whole mix match. I have 2 Granny Smith, 2 Fuji, and then 2, I don't know what they are because someone gave them to me from the orchard. So go ahead and, you know, get those in a bowl. And then we're going to put in here, I'd say, about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. To that we're going to add half a cup of sugar. Then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of flour. Now remember, all these measurements and ingredients will be in the description, so you don't have to, you know, worry about it now. And then after the flour, we're going to measure out a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And then a half a teaspoon of allspice. I really like using allspice. If you don't have any, then don't worry about it, but you could also substitute with a little bit of nutmeg or clove. All of those are, you know, your typical spices for this time of the year, and they're just such a warming spice. All of them are, and it helps to keep us warm from the inside out. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is add just a little splash of water, not even that 1/4 cup full, and we're going to mix this. Make sure. See, I got a lot of these slices are stuck together, but we're going to try and break those up a little bit. Make sure everything's coated. I love this stuff. It's so good. And that is why I will be giving at least half of this away, because I don't want to eat the whole pan myself. And I probably would if I wasn't watched carefully. Okay, we're going to let this sit and rest for a while. Alrighty, on to the topping. So in this bowl I have 1 cup of quick cooking oatmeal. You could use the old-fashioned as well. That'll work just fine. And to that we're going to add 1 cup of brown sugar. You don't have to pack it, even though it kind of looks like it was. And then we're going to add a 1.5 cups of flour. Your family will love you for making this, believe me. And then, last thing is butter. Well, I was going to say a whole stick, but you actually need 2 sticks. And make sure it is softened. You don't want it melty, which this is almost to that state, but softened, like room temperature. I'm just going to mix that up until it's nice and coarse. Alright, the topping is done. Started with spatula, ended with a pastry cutter here, but do whatever you got to do, or use what you need to get that, you know, texture there. So now we're going to put our sliced apples in the pan. that yummy goodness. Uh-oh, I see some skin on it. Or am I going to sweat it? Hang on, we'll pull that out of there. Don't want to leave behind any of that yumminess. Just try and get it. See, this didn't go. It's still big. There. Try and get it as even as you can in the pan, so it's not like all on one side or the other. Oopsies, I keep messing it up. Alright, that's good enough. At least to me it is. So, next, here's the secret weapon ingredient, caramel sauce. Now I heated this up to help pour it, and I can't really say at the moment how much we're going to use. I guess it's up to you. I guess I didn't heat it. Oh goodness, look at that, will ya? That's a bit much. I'll have to smooth that around. I like caramel as much as the next guy, but I don't want too much of it. I want to taste it, but I don't want it to dominate either. I want to be able to taste those other spices in there. That's plenty. This is like over a 16-ounce jar, and I'd say I probably only use 2 to 3 ounces. I'm going to try and spread this a little bit here, so may or may not work. Maybe whoever gets that corner piece is lucky. Okay. I got laughing at my own jokes all the time. Oh boy. So anyhow, that's good. Now let's go ahead, and I really don't want to do this with these on, but it really is best to do it with your hands as opposed to a spoon or something, and sprinkle that all over. Don't you just love apple crisp? Oh, I love it. I once knew an elderly lady, good friend of mine, who made a fabulous, what she called slab apple cake. Oh, it was so good. But she made it on a really giant cookie sheet. And a friend of mine, relative, she actually has the recipe, I hear, for it. But, oops, I never asked for it because it's just so huge. It's like I'd have to, you know, have maybe a really big party going on or something in order to use that much slab apple cake. Maybe when COVID's all gone and a bad memory for us, we could take it to a potluck or a big family gathering or bake sale, something along the lines of that. Pretty soon. Pretty soon COVID will be just another bad memory of 2020, but this will be one of your good memories. At least we can still eat good, right? There we go. Now we're going to pop this into the oven for, I'd say, about 45 minutes. You're going to look, and when you see it bubbling on the side and the top of this has gotten a really pretty brown color, it'll be ready. Okay, you guys, I took it out of the oven. It's been about 10 minutes, and it's probably not the best picture. Let me see if I can get that. It smells so good. I probably should have let it cool a little bit longer, but you know. Let's try it. Mmm. So good, you guys. The topping is nice and crisp. Inside has the right spices. You can taste the caramel. Oh, definitely a winner. Thumbs up in my opinion. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you make this. And if you did enjoy the video, thumbs up. let me know. Let me know if you have some secrets or some special apple crisp recipe. That'd be great. It was nice talking to you. And you take care.